Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, hope that all is pleasant for you. Hope that you're doing great. And most importantly, my friends, I hope that you are in good health. Once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, my friends, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These, my friends, are the things we discuss here on the Common Sense channel. So once again, welcome to the Common Sense channel. I want to do a little disclaimer for this video. So anyone hearing this video, whether you're political or religious, I just want you to know that this video has nothing to do with your intention. I am not a Christian, but I'm a believer in the teachings of Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. And the teachings of Jesus is all about love, peace, tranquility, and togetherness. It's nothing hateful about the teachings and principle values of Jesus, aka Yeshua HaMashiach. And that's what I stand on. When I come on this channel, when I talk of religion, I'm talking of organized religion. Organized religion is our biggest problem in this world. So having said that, I'm going to go into this video. I'm going to talk about various topics because our world is in serious situation. We just don't know it yet. In this video, we're going to talk about everything. So last week, because now we're in Monday, I saw something that I've never seen in this country. I saw these people, these organized religious people, praying in the White House on Trump. That's not something we do in school. It's against the Constitution to do it in school. If people are not praying in school, why should they be praying in the White House on national TV? So you see the optic. That's an optic so that the world see, so that they're talking to these religious fanatic, organized religious people. That's who that entire scene was about or for. America is not waging a religious war. I saw them praying on Trump. He is kneeling down. He is sitting there as if he's a saint. He's the reason for all the problems we're having now in this world. No one attacked Mr. Trump. No one would dare attack this country. And if someone do, I'll be the first to enlist. Why? Because I have family here. I have neighbors. I have people that I love that live in this country. No one attacked Mr. Trump. I don't know why they were praying. And they were saying, Lord, Lord, Lord. You know who is a Lord? Trump is a Lord. Mr. Trump is the Lord. The Lord you were calling, you religious fanatic people in that White House. You surround yourself with this man. This is a good human being. But you are polluting his mind with your craziness. You think Jesus is coming? Not in this time. Not in the time to come. Not in 1,000 years from now. No, Jesus is coming here. Jesus has been come long time ago. You didn't get it? Read the book of Matthew. Read the whole chapter 6 all the way beyond. You will find out in it. There's no Jesus coming. Your religious Messiah you're waiting for, it's not coming in America. This great nation is not going to be the one to lead you into your crusade. Any of those people, if it's Israel trying to fight the war, let them go fight the war for the Messiah to come. But we are not in for that. Start praying in our White House. Start praying your Lord Jesus prayer. His name is not even Jesus. His name is Yeshua HaMashiach. Because whoever you're praying to, that you're saying is Jesus, it's not Jesus. All of those prayers you were praying for Trump on national TV, all of those prayers went through the ceiling and it came right back into his ears. And that was it. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go to no Jesus. You know who you were praying to. And the person you were praying to, my friends, it was Donald Trump. And it is Donald Trump. He's the only one that you're praying to. He's your God. You understand? For all of you, you know, all of you that were praying, calling Lord Jesus, protect our president. Donald Trump is the most powerful man on the planet. Don't you know that? I know people going, there was a assassination attempt. On who? On who? On Trump? That's not true. We're not buying that stuff anymore again. Whatever happened during that campaign, we're not buying that. So if you're out there, you're a religious person, you're next to Trump, teach Mr. Trump the real teachings and principle and ethics, morality of the man named Jesus Christ. I call him Yeshua HaMashiach. Give him the real teaching that love, peace, tranquility, humbleness. You understand? Learning to put yourself in other shoe. These are the values and principles of Jesus. I call him Yeshua HaMashiach. You understand? Don't be praying. All of that prayer is hitting the ceiling and falling right back because you won. It's a dog whistle. You're whistling to those people out there that are looking at it and saying, oh yeah, they're praying for him. God is going to protect him. Against who? Are you sending a signal to say that we're at war with Islam? Do you think honestly, do you think you can destroy all the Muslims in this world? Because the reason why I am talking about this is because if you are finished with the Muslims, which I think you wouldn't be able to do, all of you, especially that Lindsey Graham, and there's another one again, Hagee. That man, I tell you, if you give that man a gun, he will shoot a Muslim and a Muslim child. That's how evil these people are. He doesn't represent Jesus. He doesn't represent anything Jesus. These are the problems of our world. Organized religion. And it upset me because, like us, we were once Christians. I'm a believer now, but I'm not a Christian. I'm going back to what Jesus used to call those people that follow him believers. I believe in humanity, just like Jesus. Jesus was against establishment. See, all of organized religion, they are for establishment. Jesus was against authority. Look at them. That's why he said, by their fruit, we shall know them. And you see them in our White House. Last week, praying for a man that told the whole world that he wouldn't start a new war. He insulted George Bush. He insulted Mr. Obama. He insulted all the previous presidents before him, calling them how they were dumb to start crazy, dumb war. And yet, not knowing that he was worse than all of them. You are not doing anything for America, Mr. Trump. We are disappointed in you. And to see those people praying their fake prayer because it was you they were praying to. They're not praying for you, Trump. They're praying to you, not for you. That's the difference. No one in this country, my friends, my friend Trump, you know no one can touch you. You are the untouchable. Not even that Democrat over there, because they're playing hanky-panky. And they say they're fighting for the American people. They are all in cahoots with everything that is going on in this country. They're fake. They're not realistic. And all that noise they're making, some of them like, he went to war. He went to war. He didn't tell any of us. It's a lie. You were told. You know. You understand? If you believe in the Constitution, what the Constitution stands for, you would have done something immediately. You would have been crying wolf, just like others are doing. There are a couple of Republicans in there that stands on morals and ethics. These are incredible human beings, and they are speaking out. And there are those ones that they're just in for material things. And I'm talking to those people that were praying in that White House. You are despicable. You need to teach that man what it means to love thy neighbor. You don't even have to like the person. You don't have to want to see them, but just love one another. And that's what I stand for. These were the principles that were taught to me when I first came into this country. There was someone that met me at the airport. I never know them. I never knew who they were from the beginning until I arrived into this country, and they were doing things under the table for me until I got into this country. And they went to the airport and they received me and they welcomed me. And that's the value I share. I will share that value for this country until I exit. And I will not care for you, Trump, or any administration, because you taught us the American value, which is standing up for what's right. And we see you destroying this country. We're not happy. I'm an independent. I'm not religious. I will never be religious. But I stand on the principles that Jesus himself stood on. I call him Yeshua HaMashiach. Stood on, which is loving one another, caring for those who are helpless. You understand? So let's talk about what's been happening. Because I came on this channel a while back. I did a video. And in that video, I mentioned that Donald Trump is actually ushering the new world order. And I did a video on that because the ancestor told me what was happening way before, when he was making all these noise talking about the tariff. I did that video. The moment I did the video, YouTube flagged my video saying I was talking about something conspiracy or something hidden, as if I didn't know what I was doing or what I was saying. But now everyone is seeing what he's doing now. This should have been a president that would have come in, relax. Look at how he's aging. Look at him now. Look at him. Look at Trump. He should have gone in there, focus on this country. And by the way, Mr. Trump, the world and all those people that are around you, these people, you need to distance yourself from them. As to see as much religious people, organized religious people in our White House. It's scary though. It's scary for those of us who don't believe in their religion. And you see, most of them are Christian, fake Christian, lukewarm Christian, the ones that knows nothing about Jesus or his teachings. These are the ones he's surrounding himself with. And again, they call them the Zionist people. He's with them too. This is sad and it's scary though for people who are not in that religious category. You understand? Those people who don't believe in even those people who don't believe that there's God. You understand? It's scary. And the only thing I'm grateful for in this country is the Constitution and the Supreme Court. Because anytime he makes a move, they can check him. And that's what's been happening. The Supreme Court justice, they've been checking him. And that's the only thing I care about. But other than that, I don't think America is a democracy. By the time Donald Trump leaves office, if he's ever going to finish his term, if the Democrat don't impeach him, you would know everything I've been saying, that America has never been a democracy. Because it's a system within the system. And the system within the system is what runs this whole government. And you will see it. And the matrix will come open because we're all living in a matrix. But there are people who discover themselves and they are able to see that this is a big matrix. You understand? So, Mr. Trump, that should be the last time someone ever pray in that White House, laying their hands on you. Because it's not supposed to happen. No one should be praying in our White House, laying their hands on you like what they're doing. It's not constitutional. There's something called separation of church and state. They can do it in closed door, but not in front of the camera We don't want to see them praying over there because there are a lot of religious people in this country. People with different religious beliefs, different religious values, different religious culture and all that stuff. We don't want to see one religious group in there praying as if they're praying to God or whatever. I know they're praying to you. You is the God. You understand? So you need to, they should never do that again, must never do it again in front of this country. We don't want to see that. America is not a Christian nation. And I've done a lot of research. I've never seen a country on the planet that a Christian nation that banned Christmas. America is the only country that banned Christmas. And yet you're going to open your mouth and tell people that it's a Christian nation? Take that lie to hell, if hell ever exists. Now let's talk about Iran. I came on my channel and I advise you, because we Americans, especially patriotic Americans, we know that America is first. We have children here. We have family here. We have establishment here. You understand? We wouldn't want anything to happen that would be detrimental to our lives, the lives of those we love, our community, our society, the state, and this country. And I saw that and I called you. I said, don't get into nothing that has to do with Iran. You understand? Every president that comes to office, even if you don't like them, even if you didn't vote for them, you should always cheer for them to succeed. Why? Because whatever they do, if they don't succeed, it's not going to affect the president. He can still go and enjoy, after he leaves office, he can still go and enjoy his life and live a happy ever life. But you're going to be the one to bear, or the ones to bear, all of his failed policies. You're going to be the one to suffer them. And not only that, your children will suffer those policies that he failed to implement or he didn't even act on. So that's why you must cheer for them to succeed. So I came on this channel. I warn you, Trump, don't go into that place. Here's why. You have 7 generations of Iranians, 7, maybe 8 generations of Iranians who, from the time they were a teenager from the time they were born and from the time they were teenager to adulthood, all they've known is America is the great Satan. All they've known that is America is our enemy. All they've known is that America will attack us, and America is planning to attack us. You made, my friend, Trump, you made the Ayatollah, you made the Ayatollah a prophet, because whatever he had been telling the Iranian people and the entire world for his entire life since the revolution or before the revolution of Iranian revolution has come true. You made that possible. So how are you going to go fight a country that sees you as the great Satan? I don't think Satan exists. I think human beings that exist. How are you going to fight a country that has 7 or 8 generations of the population inclined or programmed to believe that you are the enemy? You, my friend, has endangered a lot of people's life, innocent Americans. And my heart goes out to all of those families. I think there are more than 7. You're just pretending to be like 7. You're not supposed to be hiding that stuff. Because if the American people know, they can take you to court. It's a constitutional republic. Someone can take you to court for lying. And Pete Hegseth, you are something, my friend. Look at you, Pete Hegseth. Peter Hegseth is his name. Look at you. How you aging. Look at you. You were this young guy. You should have kept your job. You should have never taken that job. Look at how aging you said. You're aging so fast. You should be the one talking to Mr. Trump, so he can stay out of that, because it's a trap. Let me tell you, you see, Iran and Ukraine, those two countries are connected. America is connected to Ukraine, and Europe. I take that back. Europe is connected. The downfall of Europe is connected to Ukraine. It may not tell you, but Europe is not doing well, and it's gonna get worse. Sorry for the innocent people. The innocent people, my heart goes out to you. Europe is not gonna be the same. America, not downfall, but the change of hegemony. I'm not going to say world power. Hegemony is right in Iran. So the best you can do, Mr. Trump, and I'll always say this, is for you to pull out. Don't go deep. Don't escalate. Just stay out of there. You see, all those Gulf countries, they're strong enough to fight for themselves. Saudi Arabia can fight for themselves. Kuwait can fight for themselves. Qatar, all these Arabian countries, that's their war of independence. The only way they can gain independence, I'm talking about all those Arab countries now, the Arabian countries, because Iran is they're not Arabs. They are Persians. They're not Arabs, but they actually adopt Islam, which is Arab religion. The Arabs, that's their religion. I don't know why, but I can see why, because their culture is more aligned with the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So I see why they align with Islam. But other than that, and then me personally, I believe people don't go to war for religion. People don't go to war for religion. That's why I was upset when I saw these people, these organized religious people in the White House praying. They're not supposed to do that. Because number one, in this country, religion is not in school. You understand? Except you go to a religious school. But in public school, you're not allowed to pray. If you're not allowed to pray or have services in public school, why is the White House doing that in the open? Why are they praying in national TV? So that's a violation right there. It's not supposed to happen. We are not okay with that, because we know these people can come after. Those are the people that don't believe or align with their principle value, with their religion. So that should never happen. You understand? So the Iranian people have always been programmed. I don't want to say programmed, but they've always been told by the late supreme leader. I'll call him religious leader, because he's not just the supreme leader of Iran. He's also the leader of Iraq. Most of those countries, Iraq, I can say Iraq is number one. Pakistan, you see people there that look up to him. Afghanistan, yeah. And those people you have a terrible history with. You see, so you see how this whole situation is playing. Don't let these people know, America or Mr. Trump. Don't let these people know. I think it would be the worst thing you can do, because even your friend will be your enemy. Because I don't even believe that there's such thing as friends. There's competitor and enemy. So if that person is not your enemy, they're your competitor. A competitor can be an enemy easily. You understand? So these people have been told for decades. So we're talking about 4, 5, 6 generation, or 7 or 8 generation, that you are the greatest enemy. And then for you to tag with Israel, they already don't like Israel. You know, I said Israel can live in that pit, in that place, in that region, in peace. They can live there in peace. By the way, most of them are not even from that place. most of them are, we know the history. They're from Europe. That's why I always say European Jew. I would never say Jewish people. You know, they are Jewish people, but they are Europeans. Their ancestors are Europeans. They may have come from that place some time ago, but we know the exodus from Europe. And that's why I say the Europeans, they didn't like the Jews. Because if they did like the Jews, if they really was honest, right after World War II, aka European Civil War, they should have just called all the Jews back. Those that were from Poland, call them back. Those that were from Germany, those that were from Yugoslavia, those that were from Ukraine, those who were from England, wherever they were from, call them back and say, we've wronged you guys. Whatever we have to give is reparation. We're going to give you reparation. If we took your property from you, we're going to give it back to you. If we took your business from you here, your business, start over again. Instead, they put them right there. You understand? And today, that's the problem we have. I think these people can live over there in peace. I don't have anything against Jewish people. I went to school with them. I know they're great people. You understand? But this is all political. And I think it's going to ruin our lives. It's going to ruin our lives, and it's going to ruin this world. Because the cost of everything will start to go up. And the government don't run this thing. This country economy is run by the private sector. If the private sector is not doing well, they're going to find ways to recoup their money. They're not going to lose anything. And who are they going to get their money from? Us. We who are struggling every day, going to work, hustling to get by. We're the ones that are going to suffer. It just takes one stupid leader to just ruin the lives of everyone. You understand? So Trump, I think they're going to impeach you. They're going to do that. The Democrats are going to do that. Yeah. There are so many people upset now. You know, me personally, I'm not going to ever vote for Democrat. That's for sure. Under no circumstances. Because I don't want angry men going over there and just acting out of emotion. That's what they've always done. They've always gone in there and act out of emotion, never do anything. Just keep the country in a stalemate. You understand? So I'm never going to vote for Democrat under no circumstances. I don't believe in their policies. I don't believe in anything they stand for. I think they are no different than the Republicans. You understand? So I'm not one of those emotional people that look at whatever happening and say, oh yeah, I'm going to go give my vote to Democrat. Not going to happen. You understand? But yeah, you need to listen to the right people. Stop surrounding yourself with people like Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is a terrible human being. Terrible. I know he served this country. It's a good thing. But he doesn't have good wisdom. Yes. For a man to go out there, we're all supposed to cherish life. That's what Jesus said. Even if you don't like the person, cherish life. Have you ever seen someone, the life leaves the body of a human being? You want to see that? Have you ever seen that? It's not like what Hollywood show you. Yeah, life don't just leave the body easily. It goes through stages. Yeah. So when a person is killed by a situation like war, imagine that. So anyone that understands these things would never advocate for war. I'm one of those people. I don't like war. Because I saw the thing. I saw it as a child. Yes, I did. It's not fun. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good. You don't think about anything if there's war. The only thing you think about is surviving. Yeah. Your brain stops. It sees. You stop thinking. Even food wouldn't even bother you. All you're thinking about is staying alive. And even our troops, you're putting them in harm's way. Why? You haven't really explained to this country. I think for those of us that are independent, I'm not saying the partisan side, because there are those people that are just, they're always going to be Republican, they're always going to be Democrat. They're not going to be sway or change their mind. Their mind's already made up. But independent people, at least, you all us an explanation. At least you come on and say, these are the reasons why I'm fighting for. I'm fighting so Americans' life can be better. I'm fighting so you can get cheaper gas. I'm fighting for you so your grocery bill can reduce. I'm fighting for you so you can your electricity bill can reduce. I'm fighting so your children can have better schools. I'm fighting for better medical care, insurance, and all that stuff. At least tell us something. But when we look at that whole situation in the Middle East, no one is going to benefit from that. And let me tell you, Ukraine and Iran, their situation is connected. Those people are going to test their weapon on you. Some of them, you don't even know what they got. Especially North Korea, all the way up there. No one has been able to even examine or check what they're doing. You don't even know what they got, because their system is locked in. Only them knows. And they're going to put it on that battlefield. And you're fighting the people that believe in that has an ancient culture. Iranians are not just religious. They're built in their culture. And they value in their culture. And they're patriotic too. I said that to you in that video. They will die for their country. That's why that Ayatollah didn't go nowhere. It's like, man, I'm not going to run from this man. And you stand up there, you talk about killing as if it's something simple. You are God, Donald Trump. You are God. Why? Because you have life and death in your hands. You can order our troops today, tomorrow, any day to go to their death. I hope that don't happen. But if it did, I pray for the lives of each of them that would have to go to sacrifice their lives for something that's not even necessary. Whatever your action is. Now they close the Gulf of Hormuz. What that's going to do to the economy? You cannot go into the reserve. You know, all those Arab countries now they see that America cannot protect them. Even Japan now is thinking twice. What's the country in Taiwan is also thinking twice now. Because those people said, which are your arch enemy. I don't think they will even hit Americans, because Americans don't really care. Americans will just live a simple life. Enjoy, take care of family. But every leadership that comes in, they have to find a way to drag the American people into some of these things. Now we have enemies all over the place unnecessarily. That's why I always say to these terrorists, if you're a terrorist, you're planning harm for this country. Don't do it. Because the American people has always tried to be on the right side. It's the government that's causing all of these problems. And then you find the religious fanatic people organize religion again. You're going to find them blaming some entities. And they're going to say Satan, or Satan, or the devil. They like to say the devil. He's cunning. He's deceiving. He doesn't stand on the truth to brainwash you. When meanwhile, they are the ones that are doing everything. For someone to sit in a negotiation room like Iran was doing, you understand? I know right now they are holding on information. They tell us that there's 7 American servicemen that was killed. I don't believe that. No one should believe anything that they're saying. They're lying. And Trump, please stop faking. I know you're faking your assassination. No one is trying to assassinate you but yourself. You need to stop that. The only thing the American people care about is what's happening in their lives. I know you're powerful. You're the most powerful man on the planet. And by this time, Mr. Trump, you should know that with what you're doing, there will be enemies. So whatever your security details are, they have to protect you. And if anything happened to you, it's on them because they didn't do what they need to do. And I know Congress is involved in that to make sure that you're highly protected. Please start saying that Trump, someone's trying to kill you. No. That boy that was shot off the roof was staged. Because if that boy was really, really after to kill you, Mr. Trump, he would have not missed. And everybody knows that. But please, I'm begging you, stay out of that place. If Israel want to go to war, let them go to war. They can get the troops from wherever they want to get it. And those Gulf countries, they need to put their foot down because they are sitting duck. These people will test whatever weapon they have. You're talking about Russia, China, North Korea, and whoever in between that hits America. I don't think they hit the American people. I think it's the policies that they hit. Make America great first policies. It's not a bad thing to make America great, to make it better for everyone. It's not a bad policies, but it's what underneath the policies that we didn't know. A lot of people didn't know because they were deceived. But Trump, you need to, and please, it should never happen again. There's something called separation of church and state. If it's real, if it does exist, we don't want to see someone in that White House praying on you in national TV or on national TV. Because if people are not doing it in higher institution, if people are not praying in schools, in public schools, because it's against the Constitution, then you shouldn't do that in the White House. I'm not saying they can't pray for you. They can pray for you, but it shouldn't be in the open. We don't want to see it. Because there's no reason. They don't have to pray for you. You're God. When you stand on there and talk about killing, going to another country, extracting the president, however, whatever you want to do, you do. No one can stop you. You're God. That's what you are. And all that prayer they were praying, it was going right in your head. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go to the sky. It didn't go to Jesus. It didn't go to God. It didn't go nowhere. Because it wasn't genuine. That was not a genuine. Those people that were praying on you, they are all lukewarm. If they're a Christian, they are a lukewarm Christian. If they're Christian, they are fake. And it's true. And because of what they're doing, it's pushing away millions of Americans from organized religion. You understand? They cannot finish all the Muslims in this world. There are billions of Muslims. And by the way, you will never find a Catholic doing that. That's why I honor the Catholics. A lot of people demonize the Catholics, call them all sort of names, but they are better than those ones out there that call themselves, they are following the footstep. That's how they like to say, following the footsteps of Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. But you're fake. There are just so many things that are going on in this country. And these people, they're supposed to be out there speaking up or standing up to what's happening in this country and saying, Trump, for the sake of peace, for the sake of global peace, stay away. Because that could easily descend into religious war. And Trump is not a crusader. Trump is not a crusader. But every great civilization, when they're about to fall, they'll do dumb stuff. You understand? England fall, but it didn't make England a weak country. They just change shift. When I mean change shift, they just hand over the the whatever the title to America. America is not willing to hand over the title to another person. We don't know if it's China, but it appears to be China. If it's not China, then who next? Russia? I think it's China. You understand? Whatever America does, it's still going to do. Because let me tell you, this whole world is about respect. There are cultures in this world, not saying religion. There are cultures in this world that they only value one thing. Of all the things on this planet, they only value one thing, and it's respect. And when you disrespect them, it's like you are disrespecting them in front of their wives. And no man, I don't care what he is, whatever his status is on this planet, in this life, would take it lightly when another man disrespect him in front of his wife or in front of his family. Except if you're low life, or except if you are image, or except if you're made in the image of a lesser God. But if you're created in the image of the Almighty, you will not tolerate that. So that's why they say respect others, and it will be reciprocated. You cannot try to talk to someone in their language and make fun out of them, like you were doing, Mr. Trump, with South America. And they're sitting in the room and they're clapping. These leaders are nothing but puppets, and they're jokers. They go back to the country and they sit there. I don't know how the people look at them. When I talk, I like the language, but I don't care if I don't speak the language. I wouldn't care. American president is supposed to be someone that understands the values of other culture. You know, some people will walk away from you if they notice you don't value their culture. If you don't respect their people, they will just, they're like, I don't want to deal with you. That's not diplomacy, but diplomacy doesn't exist in our world. It's a dog eat dog world. That's where we live. And I hope our children don't learn that. America is not like that. This country is not that. And Trump's time in office was soon in. I know I noticed what was happening because the speed at which Trump was moving, I said, something has to be underneath this whole thing. And I think in one of my videos I mentioned that because it was so fast. Because he knows he only have 4 years, so he tried to do more in 1 year so he can have enough time to complete everything. The world, they're part of the world, Mr. Trump, that when you hit them hard, they will cave. You understand? And the especially those weaker countries, with Trump diplomacy, you can just take his troop, put them right next to your country and say, hey, if you don't, the British used to do the how do you call them? Colonial British used to do that. They would just take the navy, put it right next to your ocean, and say, if you don't give us what we want, we will bomb you into Stone Age. It's what they did to Nigeria. They did that to a lot of countries in Africa. And if Africa is sitting there and wallowing in stupidity and think that that would not happen again, they are in for a big surprise. It can happen to you. Because here's why history often repeats itself. And it is said that those people who do not learn from their past or history are doomed to repeat them. You understand? You will repeat them because they will happen. This is not, for Israel, it's not 1948. It's not 1967. It's a different time. Nowadays, with AI, you can do so much damage to any country in the world. The best Israel can do for the sake of the people of that country. Because the people are the ones that suffered. These elite, like Benjamin Yahu, not going to suffer. All of them that are higher in office in that country are not going to suffer. It's the innocent. When you watch those bombs dropping in Israel, it's sad. Because they're innocent people over there. Has nothing to do with what the politics of the day. And if you watch those bombs drop in Iran, that's not good either for the innocent. I've seen bomb drops. Yes. And I went to the site and I saw the bodies. They were thrown into pieces. It was gross. You understand? I saw it. And I can just imagine when I see those things happening in real time. You guys need to stop. Stop what you're doing. And Mr. Trump can call this off he can call this off like tomorrow. He can call this off. He can talk to Israel and say, hey, let's stop this. And it will be ended. Or he can continue and see what happens. You're fighting the people that are very highly respected people. The Iranians are not people you mess with. You look at the history, you can tell. Now, I've read many books on Iran. The history and how they evolved, all that stuff. Before even social media. Because I'm a curious person. I like to study different culture and people. If you watch the history, just like America, they very patriotic. They'll do all that stuff. Look at Iran right now. You can attack a country and say the people are going to rise up and join you in your attack. They're not going to. Some culture may. Again, culture. People do not go to war because of religion. People go to war because of their culture. And culture is more superior than religion. There's culture before religion. Why? Because it is out of culture that comes religion. There won't be religion if there's no culture. And people are here to the culture more so than they're here to religion. And these people, the Iranians, value their culture. You understand? Stay out of the place. But if you continue, that's Ukraine, aka Ukraine 2.0 or 2.4. Not any disrespect to the Ukrainian people because they're always on my heart. And I pray that someday that war will be over for the Ukrainian people and they will finally be free. Because that stuff was man-made. And so is the situation right now in the so-called Middle East. It's all man-made. Satan has nothing to do with it. If you have religious fanatics out there thinking that Satan is responsible, no. It's Mr. Trump and that other one there. You understand? These are people that are human beings. They're the ones causing all the problems. No one is responsible. No one, any Christians out there, if you're a real Christian and your eyes are open, you're not living in the matrix. Don't pray to God for anything relating to Iranian and Israel and America situation. Because if anything, call Trump on the phone. Beg him because he's the one that holds the key. Just like Ukraine too. He holds the key. Trump should have been, in my view, if I was talking to Trump, a president that would just go down there because he's closer, he's older, be a good statesman, go around the world trying to make peace. play golf, enjoy. You work your whole life to build what you have. Set the stage for your children to come and do great things for this country. That's what you should have done. Your old age, enjoy, make this country better. Focus on America, focus on the future of this America. We now know that this world can live in peace. We know that now. We know who is responsible for all the problems in this world. We know. We know the architect, the ones that are causing the problem, the one that has been causing the problem from the beginning. We're talking about 50 to 60 years now of war since after World War II, aka European Civil War. We know who is behind this whole thing. And whoever is not Satan, it's not the devil, it's human beings. And by the time everything is over with, if Mr. Trump is going to continue his crusade, I'm not going to call that war. It's Trump's crusade. We don't know. I hope it doesn't turn into a religious crusade, because that one is even crazy. And if anyone can foretell the future, if that should ever turn into religious war, the whole thing would change. And I hope Trump is not led by that. You could have enjoyed your last term, Mr. Trump, just being a wonderful president, just doing incredible things. And now the legacy is all screwed up. I know there will be people who is going to think you're a great president. That's how history is. But this you got yourself in, it's not going to end good. I don't think so. Yeah, because you've mobilized all those people. I've done video where I said the war, whatever is happening in that 12-day war, that was the prelude for this war that's going on right now. And as far as I'm concerned, Donald Trump has not officially declared war on Iran. This is just whatever is happening now. So we look forward to the day when he can declare war on Iran. But for right now, those people are the ones that's going to be calling the shots. And that's bad. All those embassies, bases that they destroy. When are you going to go build them? Those countries are not going to allow America to build any bases in their country ever again. They are not going to allow that. Whether it's Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, or Kuwait, or the Emirates, they are not going to allow you to build anything in the country. And it's going to be hard for the next president, whoever that would be, that will come into this country. You could have been a great president, just focusing on MAGA. Yes, everybody was cheering for you. Everybody in this country. I mean, you look at the statistic on the polling alone, almost half of the country voted for Trump. You let down all those people. For what? You haven't really told us yet why you're going to war, or why you even start this whole thing. And now so many lives has been taken, including our great men and women who served this country, who are patriotic citizens of this country. Now they're in so much stuff. I was just waiting to honor my ancestors, because for me, that's more important than anything. But I also care. I'm like a global citizen. I believe in the value of life. I believe in that. No one should have the right to just take it away like that, with impunity, without regret. You understand? And it's sad. And I pray that America, that those people that are with you, Mr. Trump, that are in your cabinet, can start to rethink. Don't base it on emotion. Emotion is not a good thing. Don't ever make any decision based on emotion. Whether sending troops to war, whether starting a war, don't do that. Don't use emotion. Don't use religion too. Because religious war can't solve the problem. Religious war can never solve the problem. It just deepens resentment and hate. And you made that Ayatollah, the late Khamenei, you made him a prophet because everything he been telling his people for the past 40 years has come to reality. And now they know that no matter what they do, well, no matter what meeting they have with you to come to a peaceful solution, you will never adhere to it. And you will never respect them as a human beings or respect their country or their values. And for that reason, my friends, they will finally gain a nuclear weapon. That new Ayatollah, the son of the previous Ayatollah, he will be the one. Take it, mark my word. He will be the one to walk Iran into the nuclear program. And there's nothing the world can do about it. Not even you, Mr. Trump. You understand? Our world has changed. Any strategy in the past, you need to change your entire cabinet, whoever is advising you on global affairs, on war, anything, or peace. You need to change all those people, bring in people that understand the new age so they can help you navigate. As you need to start with culture. You need to focus on culture education, just like how they do in some jobs if people are acting really racist and they bring in someone to at least have people have understanding of how to deal with other race, how to deal with other culture, how to deal with other community. You need those people around you so that it can teach you about other culture. And I think if just like the same goes for religion, if people value others people's culture, this world will be a better place. If people can practice their religion the way the religion is teaching them, this world, my friends, will be a better place. You understand? Learn to respect and value other people's culture. You don't have to like them. Me personally, I don't care if someone like me. I don't. As long as you respect me as a human being, as a man, I'm okay. You don't have to like me. I'm not asking you to like me. If anything, I must be the one to like myself. I must be the one to love myself before I can expect anyone to like or love me. Because it's about self-love. Self-integrity. You must always have self-love and self-integrity. And it must be shown in you before anyone can respect you. No one is going to go to North Korea and try nothing with them. You understand? Only those weak countries. And that's what is in that Bible. If you read the book of Genesis, when it said, let us go into that country and do this, go into this nation, take everything, kill everything, the cow, the goat, the sheep, everything that walks the earth, kill it, don't spare nothing. Those voices that you hear when you read the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, those were master human beings. They were warlike human beings. They were not God. It's not God speaking. Those were master human beings. We do it today. And Trump, Mr. Trump, show you how it's done. That's exactly what the creation before this one was telling other people, their own creation, to go into those places and take away whatever. The entire story of Jericho is the same thing, because whatever they have belongs to us. So go and take it by force. It wasn't God talking like that. It was master human being. And we see that today. The reason why I'm going to Venezuela and taking that, I'm going to go there and extract that president, because whatever is in this country belong to me. And I have the all right to take it by force and control it by force. I will sell the petroleum by force, whether they like it or not. It belongs to me. It's the same thing in the book of Exodus, in that story of Moses and Joshua, if they ever existed. It's the same thing. The master beings were telling the other beings to go and take whatever in that city, because it belonged to them. You understand? That whole story of promised land, all that stuff, so lies. You understand? It's a master human being asserting their power over another race of people, or over another tribe of people, or over another culture of people. That's what that whole story is about. And now they try to make it, because the story is still gory, it's still terrible, it's everything sex, slavery, killing, murder, everything is in our Old Testament. So they came out with another book to make that other book look good. The African stories are in there. Go into Africa, take whatever is in there, including human beings, let them work for you as slaves. It's in there. Everyone's story is in that book. So they had to find something, because the world is more civilized. So they had to find another story to make that book look a little bit good. That's what the whole thing is about. Both of those books telling the story of a master being. So Mr. Trump, even in that book, there are people that he couldn't conquer, because those people were stronger and they fought back. The Babylonians, the Iranians, you understand? They never used to be called Iranian, it used to be called Persia. Even Alexander the Greek, or Great, could not even conquer those people. And now we're seeing the same thing today. That whole book, again, is repeating itself, the Old Testament. That would be from Genesis, Deuteronomy, Exodus, Levitical, and I think the Judges or whatever, the rest of them, because I think it's 5 of them. That whole story is talking of the same thing we are facing today in our world. A master race going into other country and taking whatever is they feel belong to them. And if you think the Democrat don't know what Trump is doing, or they don't stand with Trump, you're being misled. This is what they've always done, to pin you against each other, because you don't know. But they have to create the script. So whatever they're doing is a script, and you are just following. It's like a movie. You're sitting there, the characters are acting, and you are just looking. Sometimes the other actor will tell us, kill me, so they can see, so they can feel like I'm dead. And then the other actor say, I'm not ready yet to kill you, but keep doing what you're doing. You know we have to wait to the end of this movie. That's all they're doing. They're all in this, they are the same people. And the only thing I've always prayed to God and prayed to the Almighty, I don't want to say God, because humans are God. The only thing I've always say is for you to discover yourself. Any of you that watch my video, just discover yourself. Once you discover yourself, you will start to see the matrix. It will be clear to you. You see it. Yeah, you see it. That's why I'm an African. But I'm not a scary African. I come and say my stuff on my channel all the time. I never say click on my channel, because I know what I'm saying is the truth. I've never been afraid. The moment I arrived here, that's what they told me. They say, you're Americans now. You're American, so you have to embody the American way, which is standing up and speaking your mind, the truth, what you believe, what you stand for. That's what I do here. That's why my channel is called the Common Sense Channel. I'm only afraid of the Almighty, not afraid of no man. I've never been afraid of no man. I've seen death many times. I grew up in the war. Just a little child. Not many times I've seen death. Seen death many times. So I say maybe the Almighty kept my life for a reason. And that's who I am today. You understand? So you must always stand on the truth. All these lukewarm, fake Christians today, they call themselves Christians. Jesus never called anyone Christians. Biblical Jesus, maybe. But historical Jesus, you are disciples. You are believers. That's what you are. You are believers. The man was a teacher. He was a rabbi, a teacher that taught people wisdom of themselves. He told them that the kingdom of heaven is within you. Discovering yourself. The true self of who you are is in you. You must find it, and it's the light. If any of those people knew the light, the ones that were praying on Trump last week, if they knew the light, they would have never done that. They would have been on the side to at least teach him. And I don't think if Trump is a great president, he would never surround himself with people who are just yes man, yes sir. No great leader that I know surrounds themselves with yes man, yes sir people. You must always surround yourself with people that can be very constructive in the criticism of whatever is it you're doing. So that way you can be on the right track. You understand? I don't think if there were anything bad in the Epstein files, if the Democrat lays their hands on it, and this is election season, do you not think they would present that so they can defeat Trump? Do you not think so? Do you think that the Democrat wouldn't try to find something to get Trump? I don't think Trump is that terrible in that Epstein file. I don't think so. If there's something real detrimental, the Democrat would know, and they will put it out there. Even the first term. But there's nothing in there. Everything Trump is doing, this is 10 to 20 years in the making. It's just that we didn't know. No one knew that Trump was actually planning for years to go to war with Iran, that he would be the president to do that. There's no way you can win a war if you don't put troops on the ground. You cannot win a war like that. You can't win the war from the air. There's something the Iranians people been practicing for all those years. The Ayatollah Khamenei, the deceased spiritual leader, he knew that stuff. This man is a religious man. He knew. So because of that, he kept preparing his people, telling them that this will happen. Never thought it would ever happen in his lifetime. But when it did, he wasn't afraid. Because he knew in order to live, you must die. And in order to die, you must live. You understand that? There are cultures on this planet that understand that principles. That no one lives if they don't want to die. You must die to live. So again, I don't want this video to be too long. I hope that our world can find peace. I used to look up to Europe, but Europe does not stand on principle anymore, because the European can call Trump and say, Trump, please stay out of this stuff. It's not good. Someone must be able to talk to Trump to keep him out. Those religious people and the organized religious people, they're not going to do it because they're thinking it's a war for their coming savior. I know it's not Jesus Christ. And I know it's not Yeshua Mashiach. It has to be someone that we don't know. But I know Jesus will not want to come into this world in chaotic sin. He will want to come in this world where everyone is in peace. Everyone is living in joy and tranquility and happiness, where the world is not in trouble. That's the world Yeshua HaMashiach, aka Jesus Christ, would have want to come into. That's why I respect the Catholic, because the Catholics, they stand on principle. I used to be a Catholic, so I know. You can call them all you want, but you will never see them praying on the president that lead us into stuff like this. You know, all that money and bombs you dropping, you know where that money can go? To programs. Healthcare can go into healthcare, can go into homelessness. It can go into soup kitchen, food pantries. It can go into schools. It can go into infrastructure. It can go into promoting higher education, especially as we emerge into the new world order of AI. All that money can go into that. Just imagine when the world is in peace. Just imagine how productive and creative the human race can be. We can extract from all race of people on this planet and make this world a better place. Like Michael Jackson, the late Michael Jackson said, make the world a better place for you and for me and the entire universe. That's selfless. Wasn't thinking about himself or just his race. He was thinking about everyone. I hope for that day when the world can be like that. And I think it will. You know, I wasn't born when North Korea was going through their heebie-jeebies. But today, no one mess with them. I think Iran is getting there. You know, and I think they will. We don't know how, but eventually they will. And I hope Trump can just find a way to make peace so that they don't even lead to that. But if this situation continues, they might. And I think they're already there. Because it's something that they never wanted to do. Now they will be forced to do with this new Ayatollah, the son of Islam religious leader. So there's so much hate right there. And now he'll be right to feel that way, because if someone did that to my dad, I'm not going to be happy with you. Not going to be happy. I'm not going to be smiling. I won't even want to talk to you. And I heard his grandkids too were also in the house. And other relative. No one is going to be happy if someone did that to them. And then for a president to brag about that too. You know, Trump, you surprised a lot of people. You did. And for the wrong reason. I pray for peace. I pray for the lives of every Americans, especially the innocent. And I pray that our troops never be sent to any part of that world to do anything. And I pray for the family too. God Almighty, give the family courage. Give each of those servicemen courage to stand on principle and the truth. And I pray for those upright leaders in the Republican Party and in the Democrat Party that stands on principle to wake up and do something to save this country from people who don't mean good for this country. That's my prayer. I want to thank everyone that continue to be subscribed on my channel. I want to thank those that continue to watch my videos. I pray that you and your family are in safe places. I hope that life continue to be your portion. And most importantly, I hope that you are in good health. Thank you. As I've always said, the greatest thing, my friends, that could ever happen to you, it's not the day you were born, not the day you had your first car, the day you graduated from college, the day you became a lawyer, doctor, none of that. The greatest thing, my friend, or friends that could ever happen to you is the day you discover yourself. Because from that day on, everything will start to make sense to you. And I pray that more and more Americans' eyes are opening to the reality that we find ourselves in today. We are living in a matrix. Right now, you will never, you can't even, you watch Fox News. I don't think it's a news. You watch Fox News and any of these traditional outlet out there, you won't hear nothing that's informative. It's all propaganda. It's all they're doing. They are just spitting it out there. And there are people that are watching this. You have to find a place where you're getting the truth. Even if it's not all the truth, but at least you're knowing what's happening to real human beings, whether they're in Israel or in Iran, wherever they find themselves in a so-called Middle East. At least we need to know what's happening to the people. My heart goes out to all of the innocents in that part of the world. And I pray that whoever is going through distress right now, that their soul be rest in peace. Or whoever lost a loved ones, whoever is mourning, that relative find peace and consolation. I know it's not easy, but let me tell you, this is done by human beings. Humans are the ones creating these problems. And we know there's no such thing as Satan or God. There's the Almighty, which is a spirit that will watch and watch and watch. And human beings who are God do whatever they want to do and will never step in. This was true for the first war, World War I. And it was true for the Second War, World War II, aka European Civil War. And countless of situations, even slavery, that God did not do anything. And it's true today. Only human beings can stop whatever is happening. If Trump gets up tomorrow morning and changes his mind, that war is over. If the Iranian president gets up tomorrow and changes his mind, that war is over. If Putin, Russia, and all the other people that are in between, if they get up tomorrow and say, let's end this calamity, it's over for the innocent. And I pray for the people of Gaza, and the people of Ukraine to finally find some peace and stability in that part of the world, wherever they are. That's my prayer. We are traditionalists. We're not into religion thing. Religion is the main problem, is the main issue for all the problems. If you find out that war right now between Israel, America, and Iran, it all has a lot of religious connotation to it, religious inner hidden meaning to it. But they haven't officially said yet. And I know no troop in this country is going to go die for religious war. This is not a crusade. During the crusade, yes. But now, we're not living in those days. It is a different time. We want peace, tranquility, and stability for this universe so we can enjoy all of the good things that the Almighty had put on this planet for us, our consumption and for our good. Thank you and have a blessed day. Hope that you and your family are in good health. Thank you. Thank you.